You can dance every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, let him hold you tight. You can smile.
This guy is a clown and is using this platform to muddy the waters and avoid answering any legitimate questions. Here's what I will do. I'll ask him about specific things he may have heard the police communicate in the hours just after the murder. If he reveals any specifics about what detectives were sharing, Willis will know. As soon as we are on the air, you can call Willis again and ask him to tune in and listen for details. I will lead him into deep water and see if he can swim. Willis isn't interested. He made that clear. Tell him about the stingray and that he was tracing cops. That will get his blood boiling. We got 15 minutes to wrap this up. Make it count. 3, 2. This is Jude Spencer. We're in the night with special guest Ozzy Welman. We're going to continue with caller Bill, who might have info on the Happy Valley murder. Bill, are you there? Bill, are you there? Well, looks like Bill took a powder. Guess we'll open it up to other callers. Oh, wait. I am getting a call. Let me look. It's the facility where my father is staying. I have to take this. They don't call unless there is trouble. Okay. I'm going to take a quick 60 seconds. We'll be right back with your calls. Look, you need to make it short, or we can reschedule. Can't leave the audience hanging. Hold on. Let me see what they want. Hello, this is Mr. Wellman. Hello, Mandy. It's Billy Boy. I thought we could continue our chat. Put me on speaker. What do you want? Can we do that? Sure. Put it over by the mic and I'll adjust the sound. Are you at the nursing facility or did you clone the number? Daddy says hello, and he misses you. He claims you haven't seen him in months. That is a lie. He hasn't spoken much since he had the stroke. Apparently, he's doing better. Okay, we're going to go live. It appears we have Bill, he's called back, on Ozzy's cell phone line. So we'll try to do our best to get the conversation out, trying to use the condenser mic to cover the call between crime author Ozzy Welman and Bill, who claims to have information on the Happy Valley murders. You sure are going to a lot of trouble to relay a few facts while the secrecy. What are you afraid of? Better safe than sorry. Police don't like being tracked. It makes them uncomfortable. When you called in the first time, you had facts about the murder case in Happy Valley. So let me ask you, Bill, do you know in which room the girl was murdered? How she was killed and by who? Do you have any facts that would lead us to believe you are not just wasting our time? Well, I have facts. Did you know the murdered girl has a mother who is a patient here? Bit of a coincidence, wouldn't you say? You said earlier that it's human nature to covet what we see. Have you been a naughty boy? All you do is answer questions with questions. You've offered nothing substantial to the conversation except casting false claims on me. This is a blatant attempt to hijack the show and to keep us from talking about my new book. Is there any concrete information you can give us to validate that you're even there the night of the murder? Perhaps something only the investigating officers would know. Okay, Mandy. Professor Plum in the bathroom with a knife. Are you saying she was killed in the bathroom with a knife. You said it. Now my turn. Did you ever bump into the daughter of Mrs. Stahl in room 103 during one of your visits to Cedar Hills? Is this the game you are playing, quid pro quo? I think this is beneath even you, but if this will get you to answer my questions, I will play along. Maybe the audience can learn something about deviant behavior. Deviant behavior? It just so happens 103 is directly across from the hall of your daddy's room. You still want to play? This means nothing, as I told you. I visit my father sometimes twice a week. If I ran into the girl, I don't recall. I am pretty focused on making sure my father's being cared for properly. These places can be suspect, especially in the late evening shift changes, etc. The nurses are quite certain you brought coffee for the girl and her mother one evening, along with some of the nursing staff. Do you deny it? Bringing coffee for the staff is something I do regularly. If there were too many, then maybe they might have received some, but would have come from the nurses, not me directly. But thank you for pointing out my good deeds. Are you intending to celebrate me? Is this your trail of clues to solve the case? Please do us no favors, but answer me this. Did the police say what time the death most likely occurred? Yes, they did. Probably between 9 and 10, give or take. Since you are probably there, you might be interested in checking the sign-in log at the nurse's station. Every visitor is required to sign in before proceeding down to the rooms. You will find I checked in at 8:15, did not sign out until 10:45 on the night in question, so I can't imagine what you might be thinking. Are you there, Bill? All I know is no one asked me to sign in when I arrived. It was like a graveyard in here. Except for the occasional patient howling at the moon, I went unnoticed to your daddy's room and whispered a prayer over him before I smothered him to death with a pillow. Hypoallergenic, I believe. Very pliable. Was that a gift from you? You are insane. My father is fine. It does tell me a lot about who you are. You're a hunter, a stalker, a planner. With the equipment you have, clever enough to stay out in front of the authorities, and a likely candidate for the Happy Valley murder. You have just hung yourself. Whatever do you mean? Simply bumping your gums won't get the result you're hoping for. Results? You would like to pin the poor girl's murder on me, but I have an ace up my sleeve, a bird in the hand, the magic ticket. Have you heard of the Crocodile hunter? Yes, I know. Steve Irwin hunts snakes and crocodiles, so what? He met his demise while diving. He was killed instantly by the barb of a large stingray. I'm not following, and we're running out of time. Why don't you confess and turn yourself in? The people listening are your witnesses. They want you to finish the story. A company in Florida invented a new device called the Crocodile Hunter in honor of Mr. Irwin. This is the only device that can track an otherwise undetectable signal being emitted from a portable stingray. You are wasting time. Most of what you have said is fairy tale and innuendo. How much time do we have? We have about 60 seconds. It was a nice try, but you will be caught eventually. Maybe I will include you in my next book, which reminds me, I want to thank all of the listeners for hanging in and enduring this roller coaster ride of all the tales in fabrication. Oh, one last thing. I have the new Crocodile Hunter, and I'm parked within a half-mile of your home. And there is a distinct signal coming from your address. A signal that can only mean one thing. Ozzy, what are you doing with a highly classified device like a stingray?